Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the J, and hope everyone is doing well. Well, I have a podcast set. Probably is going to be playing after this video, but I just wanted to give you all an update of, my train set, what's going on. Right now, just still planning on things of what I will do. Pretty much got a lot of the stuff I need to order, like styrofoam and a lot. But I'm going to try the clay that Kaiji did on his video. So I got a lot of clay. But right now, part of the decision that I have to make is as you can see, I haven't nailed or taped anything for the tracks yet, but for now, as you can see, I have a Kato train on a Tomix track and a Tomix trains on the Kato track. So I just wanted to show people that you can use and mix and match Kato and Tomix. The vehicles will work on both tracks. So those are for people who didn't know that. The other thing is that the Tomix tracks are much more thinner, with the Kato tracks a little bit more wider. It's pretty much more on preference, but I will say that the controller that the Tomix comes with is not as powerful as the Kato one. So I have noticed that trains on the Tomix track go fairly slow, where the Kato track, as you can see, I sped it up right there. It's just how quick it is. It's the Kato one. It just puts much more power, and that's where you probably will want to, move up and upgrade to a faster Tomix related device. I don't know if it makes a huge difference, but you'll probably see me experiment with one in the near future. My cargo, my JOTs, JR Freight, the stuff I've ordered came in, as did this building right here, which was not that difficult to put together. It has those little nubs there, so I need to sand those off. But if anything, with a lot of these Tomix buildings, the big thing is the stickers. They're such a pain in the butt to put on. They're so small. I took a picture comparison, so you'll get to see that. But yeah, if anything, I do like him, because the Tomix track and the Kato track, while they are different, they're still both very cool, especially for the trains itself and the price. As mentioned, the stickers, you'll see the buildings here that I have so far. The one on the far right, I like the fact that you get the stickers all around. But again, these stickers are not like Gunpla. They're not pre-cut. You're going to have to cut them yourself. The cinema one right there is really cool. I talked about the Marui building. But yeah, I mean, they're very cool. It's just that, again, the stickers, some of them are so small that it's kind of a pain. But I have more buildings coming in. I'm just trying to get things laid out. I got that Hiroshima pocket line right there, the Hiroshima. The Gundam Park, it will be probably the last thing I'm going to get set up. But I got the little Rinkai train. I can't get it focused. But for the most part, the two Tomix beginner sets are definitely worth owning. My gosh, they're only $50 each. So, especially with our exchange rate being good, you want to get these things while cheaper. So, anyway, let's go ahead and get to the podcast, and we'll talk about the new upcoming releases. Okay.
Back to JN Radio with your host, Kennedy.
It's a beautiful wave.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the J. Today's February 10th, 2023. I'm your host, Kennedy, and we are going to see and discuss the new releases coming up for this week and next week. So, from Tomix, we have to check out this one here. Let's see what they have. I get the translator on. Okay, right here. Okay, let me get to it here. So we have the special project JR diesel car Kiha 120 to 300 type Gaby line Hiroshima car wrapping. So what we have here is a classic train, the Kiha 120 60 M class diesel car that appeared back in 1991. And for those who are not familiar with the Hiroshima Carp, they are a famous baseball team. And the story behind Hiroshima after the war, if anything, the Hiroshima Carp is really a fascinating story because it's a baseball team that the city, the people, actually put their money into right after the war to make to generate their baseball team to bring happiness to the city again. So the Hiroshima Carp is very important to the prefecture, but also for the people who've been following the Carp. They are one of the most passionate fans you'll find. When you go to the stadium, the fans just really turn out. And I have to say, they're also my nemesis of the fellow Central League team, the Tokyo Yomiuri Giants, which I'm a big fan of. But yeah, the Hiroshima Carp is really I love the city every time I visit, and I think when you go there, you will see carp on everything, especially some of the buses and the train stations. It's a big part of the city. And back in I'm not sure, but they had this fundraising and activity that was carried out by the Association to Run the Carp on the I think it's Gaby or JB, not sure, which was established by the volunteers of residents who live along that line, and they wanted to revitalize it by connecting the Hiroshima Carp and pretty much, this is a Kiha 120 Type 332 with a Hiroshima Carp wrapping, and you'll see the Carp Boy, the Carp Girl, Slyly, and characters from Miyoshi City. So, it's scheduled. I believe it's scheduled to run until March 2023. So I think this is a very special train to get. It's released. The price will be 8580 yen. So not too bad if you could find it. I have not seen it on Amazon because I do pick up Hiroshima trains, especially with the Carp if I could get it. But I will tell you right now, because the Hiroshima Carp has diehard fans, don't expect this one to be available. It's one of those rarities, first come, first serve, and it's probably going to sell out. That's how big the fandom is. They're very passionate about their team. So let's go ahead and check out for next week's release. Let's see here. We have the DD51. So let's see here. The DD51 is a train that was stationed in Kyushu, and they said it's known for its orange license plate, but it was used on the Hisatsu line and the Chikuho main line, but the numbers started to decrease in freight and passenger trains, and only some vehicles were taken over by JR. But this looks like a really interesting vehicle here. And so it's a JNR DD51 1000 type diesel locomotive, Kyushu specification. This will go for 9130 yen. See here, the next one we have here is the 183 1000. And this is the 183 series, 1000 series. Is a DC limited express train that appeared in 1974 to replace the aging 181 series of the L Limited Series Toki on the Joetsu line, and the 157 series of the Limited Express Amagi in the Izu area. Since the 181 series that had been used in Toki had been broken down due to aging and snow damage, the 183 series 1000 series, which will be used as a replacement for the same train, is cold and snow resistant compared to the conventional 0 series. Performance was also enhanced. After the opening of the Joetsu Shinkansen in November 1982, some of the 183 series 1000s of the Niigata driving station, which had been used for Toki, were transferred to the L Limited Express Azusa, on the Chuo Main Line. So the 183 series 1000s of the Tamachi train district, which were active on the Limited Express Amagi and the successor L Limited Express Odoriko, were no longer seen in the area after the format was unified to the 185 series in 1985. So this is a very classic train, and they're going to release it as a set. So it'll be about 29,920 yen. So it's a little pricey, but I want to see more. What is in this set? Oh, wait a minute. So we got H for birds. We're producing gray. The roof is reproduced in gray. Shoe rails and door rails are in silver. Illuminated by a light bulb color LED. Trademarks lights in color close to the white due to adoption of a color prism. And accessories include a whistle antenna, express symbol mark, ATS car, snowplow, trademark. Okay. So this is going to be an interesting set. And they have also add-ons, so let's check out the add-ons here. I think I saw the add-ons, but it's the, oh, here we go. So the add-ons, you get the Moha, the 183 to 1000s, the 182, 1000s early model, another 183 1000, a 182 1000 early model M, and a Salo 183 1000. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be a total of, well, if you want to add a lot more, you can. But yeah, it's a pretty big set. See here, we got the. Okay, now we'll do it this way. A lot of kanji here. So this is the JR Chikuho mainline passenger train, Series 50, air conditioner modified car set. The 50 series passenger cars used on the Chikuho mainline were remodeled in the 1990s for air conditioning and were characterized by partially filling the side windows and removing the ventilator. These air-conditioned modified cars were active until 2001, the last year of regular trains with 50 series passenger cars. Oh, look at that. Oh, you can't really see it big, but it's another classic train here. But it's interesting how they say that in the 1990s that they started to add air conditioning to this train. I could imagine during the high summer heats, because summer in Japan is something I hope no one gets to experience. It's really humid. It's really bad. But yeah, it comes with equipped with always on board with on and off switch with whistle and train radio antenna, Has separate parts, ATS onboard unit and outdoor unit parts. Employs power with flywheel. Use black bogie frame and black wheels. And a dummy coupler and self-connected Type TN coupler included with an M13 motor. Wow, pretty cool. We got the Kumu 1000 series. So this can operate at a maximum speed of 100 kilometers per hour for piggyback transportation. So I'm looking on the top here. It doesn't really, you can't really see, but it looks like they carry trains on there. The Kumu 1000 and Kumu 1001 operated one car. These are 500 types that were active until 2000. So they're showing examples of how you can put it with an EF81 or EF66. The top was a 1998, where they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Kumus. By 1996, they were pulling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wow. Yeah, I can see it right here then. So this one will be released also next week. Oh, this is an HO scale. Well, it's been obvious. I did say HO before, but yeah, that's pretty cool that it's coming out. And they all also offer the wagon. Not just the wagon, but as a set. So the next one is another HO, Piggyback Truck A, Seno Transportation, and Kurumi Transportation. And let's see what we got here. Okay. So this truck was installed and operated on the Kumu 80,000 and the Kumu 1000 freight cars from 1986 to 2000. It reproduced the cab shape of the Hino Day Cab Ranger. Cab glass is reproduced with clear parts, textures of tires as real, rotating front and rear wheels, non-movable front steering wheel. So it looks pretty cool. But as many of you know, well, this is going to be a 3,300 yen, so you're going to be paying about 29 bucks or so. But as you know, with a lot of Tomix trucks, these are highly collectible. The prices go sky high. So if you want to start collecting them, get them when they first come out, because they just skyrocket. The price just shoots up like crazy. And this one is the Kurumi Transportation. Let's go to the next one here, the final one. For February 17th, we got the Koki 105 without the containers. Manufactured in 1990. Operated with 2 cars. Okay, this comes out. Well, it's supposed to be a re-release or something, or oh, it's without the containers, a 2-car set. It'll be 2090 yen. The release month, it says 2010, so I'm gonna have to check this out. Well, the Koki 105 should have been out a long time ago. So what is this? Just like a new set? Let's see here. It's a Tomix 2749. Let's see if anything comes up on Hobby Search real quick. But yeah, here we go. Wagon type. It was released back in. Okay, now here it's showing mid-February 2023. So. But it'll be going for 1567 yen, so that's not too bad. It's really cheap if you get two. Oh, it's a single item, so it's for Engage. So I'm looking here. I like the blue. I like how it has the JRF logo. Got this in yellow, which is nice. Hopefully these are affixed. They don't snap off as easy, so you don't lose them. But handrail supports reflector mounted with new mold. Separate parts for the handle have been installed. Yeah. So I do like the fact that this has a JR logo printed. I know that Kato is moving away from the JRF because they could release their products overseas and people who don't want the JRF logo showing, so that's understandable. But anything with the Japan Freight Railway logo, I'm all good for it. So these Koki 105s, I just want to see. No, this is actually, I'm looking at the tabs here. It looks like I don't see it. I mean, I see the 106s and 107s for 106, 107s, but 105s, you don't really see it. So I think this is the first, and I do like the color of the blues. So that's pretty awesome. So let's go see what's happening with Micro Ace. What's happening with them? February 9th. What do we have here? Ooh. Samboku liner. So, for those who are not familiar with Micro Ace, you got your Kato and you got your Kato and you got your Tomix, and since both of them tend to release a lot of the trains and simpler trains, some have different the displays are, there's some graphical differences, but they try to reproduce the trains with Kato adding much more detail than Tomix at times, but there are positives and negatives where each offset each other. So I think a lot of train enthusiasts, for the reviews I've read, they say you really can't go wrong with either. So, but Micro Ace tends to release things that Kato and Tomix have not released. So they really go out to find these sometimes obscure trains. And looks like they got this A2. I think if anything is that these are actually pretty cool, classic trains right here. This one looks actually pretty cool. Look at that. Looks like a mecha, which is a term for a robot or anything in that mechanical genre. But let's see here. So the prices are not too bad, but the Samboku liner, let's see what this entails. Nenkai 50,000 series. Okay, let's see here. Let's learn about this one right here. God, that thing is beautiful. So it's a limited express electric multiple unit train type operated in Japan by the private railway operator Nankai Electric Railway. These 6-car trains were introduced in 1994 on the new Rapid Limited Express service on the Nankai Airport line, serving Kansai International Airport, which opened back in September 4th, 1994. Are they still being used? Let's see here. Well, this is the design. The external styling of the train was the work of Wakabayashi Hiroyuki, an architect who was also responsible for designing Uji Station on the Keihan Uji line. The design theme was outdated future, and is the reason for the train's futuristic and retro styling. The end cars featured streamlined cabs with no gangway connections. The cars are painted all over metallic deep navy blue. The side windows are elliptical in shape, giving an aircraft-like experience. I've never seen this train in Japan. It's something that I probably would like to go travel and ride. But looking at Wikipedia, it does have some old school charm inside, especially the super seats. In 2014, they made a red version, Char Gundam style. So that was it's for the Neo Zeon, I guess you could say, as part of the promotion for Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn. I guess it coincided with the release of episode 7. In 2015, they made a white and maroon version. And on 2015-2016, they did a Star Wars The Force Awakens. And they had it all black to make it like Darth Vader-like looking. It also featured the characters from the movie on the side, so I think that's pretty cool. Let's see here. Let's check out the Kamoya. Now this looks like a really classic one. A3287. Well, I was just showing, I'm looking online and I really can't find much information about it. But let's see here. But yeah, I think the Micro Race releases cool cars. I've not owned one yet, so it's probably something I would like to try. If anything, I would like to try the Senboku liner, because this just looks so darn cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? I forgot to look. Yeah, I was just wondering if it came with a ton of features or extra cars, but let's go see what Kanto has going here. Release information. That's for June, so let's go back for February for this month. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and open a few of these. Go ahead and reload this here. There we go. So we got the E2 series 1000, Shinkansen 200 series. So 2022 is the 150th year since Japan's first railway opened in 1872. This year marks the anniversaries of the Joetsu, Yamagata, Akita, and Hokuriku Shinkansen lines. One of the in commemoration of this, one of the E2 Series 1000 trains were painted in the same color as the 200 series. Okay, quite nostalgic here. The price is not too bad. Well, you could get a set for $31,460. See here. Oh, it's just the details here, but let's check out the other releases. Got the EF65 1000. Wow. So for this one, National Railway, in which 380 cars were manufactured from 1965 for hauling freight and high-speed passenger trains on flat lines. DC electric locomotive. JR West Shimonoseki. It's actually, if you look at the pictures here, I actually do like it. Especially for freight purposes, it would be nice train to have. Ooh, the D51-200. Okay, so this appeared in 1938. Showa 13. Entering the Umikoji Steam Locomotive Museum in 1972, the D51-200 that was driving the steam on-site operation till 2017. In November 2017, the SL Yamaguchi was towed and the main line was revived. So this is for Yamaguchi. Which is that? I think it was a D51. Kyoto, the one I've seen, right? Yeah, the Umikoji Museum. So, yes, this is the. I just want to make sure this is the one I did see in Japan. Well, I guess there's so many D51s that are preserved, but the first one is located in the Umikoji Steam Locomotive Museum in Kyoto, and that's the one I did see. So that's pretty cool that this is getting a release. I actually want to get a D51. This one, the 200, is actually pretty cool looking. I mean, there's so many D51s, but I think it's for classic, train sets that I personally am interested in, that I want to own. I would like to get this one. But in fact, you know what? Let's look at the. We're gonna go to 1999. And we're going to go to the D51. Not sure if it's going to show it or not, because they tend to want the... maybe it will show it. No, it's just going to show everything here. Wait a minute. Here we go. So this is the original Kato D51 here. And this one was 11,137, which is about 108 or 109 bucks or so. So this one was really. Oh no, this is the one. They had one released last year, back in February. Interesting. So they're releasing another one in 2023. Interesting. Okay, what is this? Is this one of the new releases? Chibi Convex, Chibi Electric. Okay, yeah, this is the one actually I did order recently. It's actually for a pretty good price. Let's see here. Yeah, part of the Pocket Line series. I did see this on Amazon Japan. It was pretty much on sale. I know there's like different colors, and one thing I was looking at, and one thing I just don't understand is that these for this Pocket Line, you see it comes with these three, and I was looking at it and I said, okay, this is a pretty good price. In fact, let me bring it up right here. go to my orders because so this is about 31.64, which is about what, 28 bucks or so, and you get the 3. But then when you look at the US, you get the orange one, but it doesn't come with these, and it costs for a lot more. So that's why I don't understand. Sometimes with the foreign releases, I'm sure that there's a uniqueness to it, and for collectors. And I know with the US one is orange, and I'm like, I wanted something either maroon or black, and I figured the black one was just it's pretty cool to have. It was so one of the cheapest ones, because the other ones went up in price. So we got the single track truss bridge being released, reddish brown. They have other colors as well, but for those who want the single, I think I've saw this. Wasn't this just okay? This was updated. When was the release date though? Huh. But the thing is that they're quite expensive. That's why for if you're just gonna get the bridge and stuff, go for the V4 set. But I guess if you want this, it just depends on how much they're selling. Well, this is not bad. If you could get the 24.29 for under like $9 or so. But the problem is that you can expect it on eBay to be way expensive. Yeah. So this is just for the bridge itself, but in terms of the set, let's see here. Well, by the way, there's one thing that's very important to mention is that for people who are going to get something like this with the bridges and stuff, just remember that just getting the bridge is not enough. You really have to purchase the viaduct connections, and here it is, an example. So you got your bridge that you purchased, but you need to get these right here. It's very important to have those connections. So that's one of the things I noticed, that with people in the reviews are like, I bought this, it's really nice, but I didn't know I had to buy these other parts. Look at here, they offer these Kato background pictures. Is this for people who want to print at home? People with a nice printer, use up all your ink. But yeah, let's go see what Greenmax got going. And for the news, February 14th, what's going to be coming out here? My gosh, they have a lot of stuff planned for February 14th. JR211s. So the JR211s is their main one, and the JR205s, the KQ1000s, Oda Q2000s, horizontal pier, catenary pole, traffic lights. The only thing is that I tried to get a Greenmax from Amazon, but I didn't. I had it in my cart and everything. I was about to pull the trigger, and the next thing you know, I saw there that it's sold by another person and not Amazon. So the shipping was like $60, and I'm like, that's just way too much. I mean, it's one thing for Amazon to do it, but they do it on your bulk purchases. And if you just do one single one, it's usually like $25. But sometimes this can, go a little high. The photo is of the old product. Okay. Go Timberline, Tokaido main line. This is pretty cool. Again, I haven't tried Greenmax trains. One of these days I'll give it a try. But yeah. Okay, so to cap off this podcast for today, I do want to talk about these two Tomix sets that I've been raving about. And I'm raving about them because of the price. Uh, it shows 77.73. That comes out to about $55 in the U.S. Because our exchange rate is for the U.S. It's good, not so good for Japan. It's terrible in Japan. Um, but I think the best way to say this is that for this set alone, even if you're just buying it for the train, which the trains are for both are just freaking awesome, it more than pays for itself because you're you're not spending $70 or $80 on the train. You're just only spending $55, and in essence, you're getting all these other extra tracks for free. That's how I look at it. It's great for the kids if you're buying for a first, beginning a beginner set. Um, and it's especially if you are a Kato um, user and you want to experiment with Tomix, you can. And I believe if the schedule of the order of how I'm doing my podcast today, earlier I showed a video of how I was showing a Kato train on a Tomix track and a Tomix train on a Kato track. Yes, you can definitely mix and match. Tracks you can't mix and match. You kind of have to, because there's a size difference. The Tomix tracks are a little thinner, not as wide as the Kato tracks, but there are adapters you can buy. Personally, you can't find it on Amazon Japan. I've tried looking for them. If you do it online, they do charge a little bit more. So, if you do a setup, you can just keep the tracks separate, or just use the Kato track and just get it for the train. So, the train in itself and the freight and the cargo, the koki, is just worth it. I mean, again, just show you a price breakdown of this. This is $55. These three alone, just the containers itself, some on eBay they would sell that for $35. The koki itself, the little wagon that holds the freight, usually goes for $35 on eBay. You're getting it again. You're getting this, and that, and including the set and the controller and all this other stuff for $55. That is incredible. I cannot, I guess it's really awesome that they're selling it for this price, because you're getting a very good deal. The DF200, oh man, that thing is heavy and powerful. I like it, and I like the lights that come with it, and and how it runs. It's really smooth. Again, you get the koki and with the three wagons. So, I mean, you're getting a good deal already. Now, there has to be some caveats, right? You talked about the good. What is the bad? Well, of course, this is a basic. You got an oval track, right? If I did have to say one bad, and it's not, a major thing, but it's something to be expected. One thing that I noticed a difference of between the Kato track for the beginner set and the Tomix track is possibly the power of these controllers. The Tomix one, it's kind of weak. I could have it on full blast at max, and the trains are just going probably half the speed of the Kato one. I think it's just pretty much with Tomix. They're just, the fact that they give you so much already with the vehicle, the koki, and that, they said, you know what, we'll just put a weaker controller or so. I mean, it's just, the thing is it's just a snail's pace. I think I showed a video earlier on where you get to see how with a Tomix train on a Kato track, it's just like going so super quick. It's not super bad. It's not horrendously bad. In fact, some people may like that, average normal speed. because you don't want it to go too fast. That's just too crazy. But the thing is that unless you like to do those derailment type of things and those train accident type of videos. But anyway, it's not that bad. It's just the thing is, for me, I would like a little bit more speed, a little bit more power, and I think it's the controller itself. I'm not really sure. Because I could take the Kato train. I took a Kato train, and I think I showed the video of the Kato train on there. Still the same way, but yeah, it is what it is. You're getting, again, the way I look at it is that for $55, you're getting your money's worth just for the one train alone, and the fact they throw in the Koki. This set should actually be like $200, but you're getting it for $55, really. So you really can't complain. It's a really good set, good introductory set for the kids, and yeah, it's really cool. If there is one thing with Tomix that I noticed, though, is that, and I think it's the same thing with Kato as well. For kids, you just need to make sure that the wheels of the train is on the metal part. Sometimes it may get a little off. It happens with the Kato trains as well. You got to show the kids, teach them about patience. Otherwise, if you have a little one who doesn't have the patience and they put the train in, it's not rolling, they're gonna throw that train and break the set. So if that's the case, you know what? Give them a play rail or something, or even a Lego train or something like that. This one is something that, while it's a beginner set, I think it's for the little bit, grown-ups, or even the teenagers, or someone that can deal with the patience of a train set, because I could see some kids just giving up or getting upset if the train goes by itself and gets away from the coupler. And speaking of the coupler, that's another difference. Let's talk about the positive first. The positive is that with the coupler, you could put your Koki and your wagon on a distance and reverse the train, and instantly it will connect to the Koki. I like that. But with that being said, that also causes issues because sometimes it doesn't want to grasp, and it's a little bit different, the couplers, when you compare it to the Kato. I think the Kato tends to hold a little bit better, but again, it's apples and oranges when it comes to these couplers, and some people may like it. I mean, I could get the train running with the cargo just fine. It's just that sometimes it just takes a few times just to mess around with it, and so it's sometimes it's trial and error. But for the most part, again, you can't go wrong. You're just, for $55, you're getting a really good train, a Koki and the 3 cargo, and then throw in all these other ones as extra. I think that's a great price right there. The other one, the second set, which is also a great price, is this one. And this one comes with it comes with is it the FG17? Let's go ahead and put no, this one doesn't have it. Yeah, it's the FG17. Okay, so this one, again, you are literally getting it for the train and the cargo. This one is not an oval set. It's just a basic train set, but does have this little switch thing here. So the tracks, if you plan to buy more tracks, you can have the train go sideways, go to another track. All you have to do is you plug this into the side, and then there's a little switch that you hit, and you can control which way the train will go. But I think in terms of train-wise, this one, I like this one, but you got to be careful for these. Oh gosh, now my head's just another brain fart here. I tend to have these every episode where I have the name in my head and then I just forget about it. But anyway, just be careful with these when you lift them up. Just be gentle. Same way you get these two. This one alone, they tend to charge like geez, almost like probably like $14 to $15 for them, for the Tomix ones or the Kato ones also. But the thing is that Tomix tends to charge a little bit more on these. But the thing is that the fact that you're getting it with the set, and you got this other, this other freight kind of carriage or wagon, um, I think it's also another great deal. You're paying a little bit less, so more like closer to $52 or $51. But again, just the train alone is for that price. You're getting these other two. These probably could go, again, 15, and then another one going for probably a little more, probably, or maybe a little less, around the same price, around 15 or so. But then you get these other tracks. It's not as nice as the oval one, but the fact is that you get this piece right here. And also, if you get both sets, you get these two short tracks, and you get the bumpers, the three bumpers as well. So, I think if anything, it's just that I look at buying both sets as a good deal, because for $100, you're probably getting $300 worth because of the two trains, and then all the extra stuff that it comes with. It's really worth getting. I just can't say how happy I am with the purchase, and just realize, wow, you're literally getting your money's worth. But I do recommend them as both, because again, with this one, you get the full oval track, as opposed to this one, which is more of it's just more of making the train just go reverse, back and forth, or switching tracks. You want to combine those tracks, and yeah, it's definitely worth getting. I think if anything is that if I had to compare both trains, which I like the most, I actually, in terms of overall look, I like how, I like this one, but in terms of what it comes with, I mean, actually they're both good. I mean, really, you can't go wrong. Again, price is just too good to pass up, and you might want to get it before it's too late, because they tend to change out the sets quite a bit. Tomix does offer other sets as well, but for this price, usually the other ones are over 100, close to 200. This one is just, again, $55. You really can't go wrong with that. They're pretty good. I think the next one up that you may want to consider, if you do want to spend a little bit more money, is this either the Twilight Express or the Shinkansen, which goes about 100. But again, these two are $52. It's just, you can get both for the price of an actual train set from Kato, or actually even less than a Kato train set. So, but that's pretty much it, y'all. I think if anything, you guys just keep on doing what you love. The question is that you just don't want to go too crazy with your collection. There's a lot of people there that I see on the forums, and they have like really hardcore collections, and they write about how they need to find a place to store them because there's just so much. I don't want to get into that situation. I think a lot of us probably did that during the CD age, and during the vinyl age, or even the Blu-rays, DVDs, and stuff like that. Where you just kind of have to pace yourself and not go too crazy. I can understand going crazy at first in the beginning, but just try to cool it down, because this is a cool hobby, but it can also be very, very expensive. So you just have to make sure you have control over that. So, okay, everyone, you take care, and thank you for listening and supporting the Tetsudo Mokei Edition. I'll see you later. Peace out. Bye.